It's an old scam, but it has picked up in Burlington and surrounding communities this week, though this time the scammers might have tried to pick on the wrong victim. It's called the IRS scam, and it involves a caller telling whoever picks up the phone that they owe taxes and they have to pay, often with a gift card or a green dot card, or face fines or even arrest.
I think they try to catch people off guard, maybe when you're not really thinking about this too much, and just that sudden fear and shock of, oh no, I'm going to be arrested, makes people do things that they might not otherwise do. So they're very quick to try to resolve it as soon as they can. Oh, if I just pay money, I'll be okay. And unfortunately, people are still going for this. The fear is enough that they feel the need to run out and send these people money as fast as they can.
Along with the fear factor, the scammers also use technological spoofs to try and trick potential victims.
They've gotten pretty savvy. Sometimes they'll even use our individual police officers' names. They can spoof their caller ID so that the caller ID actually appears to be coming from the IRS or the Burlington Police Department or whoever, trying to make it look more real.
There are some clear telltale signs that this is a scam, including the basic premise that a threat by phone is a common practice in law enforcement.
Well, first off, nobody's going to call you on the phone and tell you that they're going to arrest you over the phone. The IRS is never going to call you at home and tell you that they're going to arrest you. The IRS isn't going to have the local police come down and arrest you.
On Monday, the scammers tried to fool the wrong victim when they called the Burlington Police Department itself with threats of tax violation. Lieutenant Mills said he realized years ago that every call these scammers make is a use of their resources, and he decided to try and keep them on the phone to both waste their time and to find out what he could about them. He also took to social media to share the phone number the scammers are using to both alert the public and hopefully make that number useless to the scammers.
So I've been tweeting out the phone number that they've been using, asking people to call back, and I'll call them myself. I'll just hit the redial button like so. And oh, fortunately, I think they now see the town of Burlington calling them, and they're not answering anymore, because I've called them several times today, and I'll ask them questions about tax forms and other nonsense. And they'll talk to me for quite a while, so I know I'm tying up their resources while I'm working on other things.
During the back and forth between Burlington Police and the scammers, things got kind of weird. First, Lieutenant Mills said he pretended to be John Johnson, calling on behalf of his wife, Betsy Johnson, the name of a well-known clothing designer. Eventually, the scammers came to believe his name was just Burlington, and eventually started threatening Mr. Burlington with criminal charges and arrest, and eventually declared that he owed the IRS over $4,500 in fines. During all of this, Lieutenant Mills said he continued to play along and tweet the latest updates.
Eventually, they figure it out that I'm goofing on them, and they'll hang up on me. But you know, that was pretty successful for a while, and then I found that by tweeting it out, people start talking about it more. And what we're really trying to do is get the public to talk about this, and actually, I'm hoping somebody will go home and they'll say to their family members that might be susceptible to these scams, oh, I heard a funny thing today, the Burlington police had the IRS call, and it was a scam, and they made fun of them. And maybe they'll tell their grandmother or grandfather about that, and hopefully that message will stick. And the people hearing about that will know better in the future that, oh, the IRS does not call and it is a scam. I think it's helping get the word out, and that's really my ultimate goal, is to educate the public.
And finally, before I left, Lieutenant Mills tried one last time to reach the scammers with the number they provided.
Hi, I'm calling from Burlington.
Yeah, I know you. You are calling us again and again. Don't call us.
You don't want me to call you?
At the Burlington Police Department, I'm BNEWS Director Rich Hosford.